Because while you might think this game is all about PvP, the arcs themselves, the AI, the PvE element of this, arc raiders would not be the same without them. In a lot of extraction shooters that I've played in the past, sometimes the AI is tuned very weak and they're just annoying to slay through. Other times there's a random boss that looks like just another human. You can't tell the difference between who's the player and the AI. But the fact they've separated them by humans being other players and AI being robots is already brilliant for the gameplay element. But on top of that, they come in so many different types, unique combat styles, weaknesses, behaviors. Even if it didn't have PvP at all in the game, I understand where people are coming from when they say they want this to just be a PvE game that they can experience. Although I do think that would lose a lot of the luster, and the element that there is PvP significantly adds to the game, especially with how well done this has been. But the arc force you to constantly adapt your movement, positioning, understand, because they are a massive threat. Even just the beginning wasps that you run into, which you could probably categorize as some of the weakest, will kill you, especially if there's two of them, especially if you don't know what you're doing, or if your weapons don't reload fast enough. I've died quite a bit to just purely the PvE when there's not even a player anywhere around. And the machine learning that they've implemented for their movement means that they also react realistically when they are shot, when they're navigating the terrain. They actually trained these enemies so they can navigate around the world as you would expect, rather than purely coding them for the base movements. There's ground ones that are fast moving, they'll explode, flying enemies that are light, all the way to rocket wielding, and much larger ones like leapers that'll jump across the map, bastions that are massive, huge, scary threats, all the way up to the queen. And they even added just now the matriarch. And we've seen some crazy big enemies looming off in the distance of the world. Who knows what else they have planned for this. But on the day the matriarch even came out, I went on some duos, and there was just like 20 people all running around it. Nobody's fighting, nobody's killing each other. We're just all experiencing this thing for the first thing together. It was incredible. There's been times I've killed players just to have an arc come around the corner and kill me, and all the loot has been then lost to the raid for nobody to ever find. But I've had a lot more games where I team up with somebody as we go in and on solo, form an alliance that, of course, has this ever-looming fear of being betrayed, which has also happened to me, where you can't let your guard down, but you got to trust this person to see if you can make an exfil. That's just, it's crazy. But that's where I feel like if it was just the PvE element, it could turn into a lot of chores of just going in, collecting loot, exfilling, that this adds such a great layer to.